Welcome to OkState Daily. Casey Porter here. So glad that you decided to tune in. It was a little bit of a mixed bag this weekend. All in all, a good weekend. Anytime you go on the road, a place that you've never played in a conference series before, and you come out with a series win, not too much to complain about. So, hey, we're going to dive right into it. We're going to talk about this past weekend where the Cowgirls took 2 out of 3 from the BYU Lady Cougars. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get right to it, and let's talk Cowgirl softball. Yeah, you would have liked to have the sweep, no doubt about that, but you didn't get it, and you did fight back. You got the game on Sunday. So that is really a weekend that it's not exactly perfect to what you wanted set up, but it certainly is one that still allows you to be in great contention to win the Big 12 title. The Cowgirls, it's always nice when you go on the road. It's a new environment. Score right off the bat. I can't tell you how many times the team that scores first actually wins the game. The Cowgirls scored 2 in the first inning and then scored 1 in the fourth at a 3-0 lead. The BYU Lady Cougars scored 1 in the bottom of the fourth inning, but that 3-0 lead was enough to hold up a 3-2 victory as Lexi Kilfoyl went the distance and moved her record to 11-2 on the day. And how about Lexi Kilfoyl, all 7 innings, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, just 1 walk. So what a great performance it was for her. Simply totally dominant. Again, like she has been all season long for the Cowgirls. On the day offensively, Caroline Wang, who had a really nice weekend, had a couple of hits, including a double, and then Karli Godwin. How about Karli Godwin? Another home run for her, a huge home run for the Cowgirls, as in the first inning, it was, like I said, just get the lead. Whenever time you get the lead, that certainly helps. Karli Godwin did that as Tamed Edwards started the game with the walk. A 2-run home run by Karli Godwin to guess where? Right center field. Got the Cowgirls on the board. And then in the fourth inning, the Cowgirls scored a single run. A run that was insurance that they ended up actually needing in the game. So it was great to see the Cowgirls add on and not just sit on that 2-0 lead, as we found out with the 3-2 victory. The Cowgirls needed that run in the fourth inning. Of course, when you're up in the elevation like you are in Provo, Utah, it's going to be a lot easier to score if you get the ball in the air. It is going to absolutely travel for BYU. Check this out. They hit 3 home runs on the day, and it was all about the grand slams. The Cowgirls actually had 4 different players, including, how about Taylor Anderson, who got her first start as a Cowgirl, and in her second at bat ever in her first start, hit a home run. Taylor Anderson also showed off her great speed in the third game by bunting to get on with a base hit. All in all, the Cowgirls had 9 hits on the day, 12 hits for BYU. BYU was able to come out with that victory 11-8. The Cowgirls scored single runs in the second and third. I'll tell you what, they gave up 4 runs in the bottom of the first inning. They were climbing back the entire game. They cut it in half in the top of the third down to 4-2, and you're thinking, okay, well, this has been a team in the Lady and the Cowgirls that have played good offense and won some dramatic games down the stretch. Just keep it right there. Let the offense win this game late, and then BYU put up a 5 spot in the third inning. And for the most part, that was the difference in the game. Although the Cowgirls didn't give in at all. They scored 3 in the fourth and 2 in the fifth. But by and large, that was pretty much the extent of once you're down that far, it's going to be pretty hard to come back from. So it was all about the grand slams. It was all about the long ball. The team that scored first won all 3 games this weekend. The Cowgirls banged out 10 hits. And how about Tamed Edwards? Hey, a career-high single game, 5 RBIs for her, a total of 3 hits. Karli Godwin also had a multi-hit game. And then how about Taylor Anderson in her second ever start as a Cowgirl? Got 2 hits. Ivy Rosenberry was good in the circle. She threw 4 innings, 2 runs, 2 earned, and then turned that over to Lexi Kilfoyl, who threw the last 2 innings for the Cowgirls. So all in all, again, it was 2 out of 3 on the weekend. You can't complain too much about that, especially going on the road. Coming away with, especially at an elevation like that, it's tougher than it looks. So some individual highlights on the weekend. Karli Godwin hit her 7th home run of the season. That would have been to give the Cowgirls that lead we talked about of 2-0. They never looked back from. She had 3 home runs as of that home run on actually it was Thursday. I get that mixed up because BYU can't play on Sundays. At that time, she had 3 home runs in her last 6 games, 2 multi-RBI games in her last 3. So, yeah, Karli Godwin, simply fantastic. Caroline Wang, who had a great weekend, had 2 hits on Thursday, a huge double in the 4th. We mentioned that, which was a big insurance run. And Wang at that time was hitting .360, OPS 1165, and had 21 RBIs. She has more than that now, so simply fantastic. It was the 6th complete game of the year for Lexi Kilfoyl on Thursday. That includes her last 3 have all been the conference opening games of those series. So just simply clutch and very, very good. Kilfoyl had 8 Ks to just 1 walk on Thursday. Gave up just 4 hits, 1 earned run. ERA down to 0.98, 11-2 on the season. So simply fantastic for Lexi Kilfoyl. And again, the Cowgirls win 2 out of 3. And then also Ivy Rosenberry. How about this? When you have a 3-run lead like the Cowgirls gave her on Sunday before you take the circle, sometimes that can be difficult because you hear all the time, hey, just throw strikes, just make them earn everything. The next thing you know, you're throwing balls in the middle of the plate and that kind of thing. So I thought Ivy Rosenberry did a really good job of making sure that the Cowgirls kept that lead at a distance. She went 4 innings. She gave up 2 runs. And like I said, just kind of kept BYU at arm's length. She now has an ERA of 104 on the year and moved to 8-1. We mentioned Taylor Anderson hit a home run over the right field wall and then also had a bunt base hit. Very, very impressive weekend for her. And then Talent Edwards, also mentioned this earlier, 3 hits on Sunday, career high in 5 RBIs. And she stays, I'll tell you what, when she stays behind the ball, keeps her swing connected, she's very good. 341 OPS, 1026. Pride of the Southmore SaberCats right here in Oklahoma. Caroline Wang hit home runs in both Friday and Saturday's games. Had a 2-hit game on Thursday. She has 9 Wang balls, if you will, on the year, hitting .362, slugging percentage of .734. So again, a good weekend for the Cowgirls. The Cowgirls scored first on Tuesday night. Again, they scored a single run in the first inning. They scored 2 in the second, 2 in the fourth, and then added on 4. A 4th spot in the 5th to defeat the Missouri State Bears, a team that was very resilient, 9-3 on Tuesday night at Cowgirls Stadium to set up the big weekend. We're going to talk about that with Bill Van Ness, the radio play-by-play voice of the Cowgirls here on Thursday. So be looking for that podcast. Kyra Aycock moved to 5-2. She was really, really good. Gave up 3 runs, but only 1 was earned, 4 1/3 innings. She had 7 strikeouts, just 2 walks. And then Ivy Rosenberry got her first save of the year. 2 2/3 innings, gave up 2 hits and no earned runs. So the Lady Cowgirls pitched the ball very good, again, as they always do. Rosie Davis had a couple of hits, and also Karli Godwin had a multi-hit game. Caroline Wang continues to hit the ball very well, and Michaela Wark as well hit a home run. Michaela Wark hit a home run. Caroline Wang hit a long ball as well. And how about Audrey Schneidmiller? She went long ball as well. Wang ball alert. Caroline Wang hit home run number 10 of the season. Now has home runs in 3 games in a row. Caroline Wang also had 2 hits to mark her 3rd multi-hit game in her last 4 plays, or last 4 games played, I should say. And Caroline Wang is hitting .367, OPS over 1100. What a great hitter Caroline Wang is. What a great night she had last night. Rosie Davis had 2 hits for the Cowgirls, which is her 11th multi-hit game of the season. How about that for the freshman? Rosie Davis is now, that moved her average over 400 to 402. She has 6 doubles, 4 home runs, and a triple. And by the way, just for good measure, her OPS is 1158. As good as we knew she was going to be coming into Oklahoma State with this vaunted freshman class, nobody could have known she was going to be this good, this fast. So, Rosie Davis, congratulations. Just a wonderful young player in the Cowgirls program. What more can you say about Karli Godwin? What a year she's having. What a young hitter she is. She went 2 for 2 last night against the Missouri State Bears. That moved her average to .360. So there's 2 freshmen back-to-back. One hitting .402, the other hitting .360. How about this? OPS 1015. And last night, Tuesday night, was her 10th multi-hit game of the year and second in a row. So Karli Godwin just continues to wear out the softball. We all know that Megan Bloodworth is in the lineup for her tremendous defense at shortstop. She is very, very good, very skilled, and very clutch. She makes all the big plays, but check this out. Watch her run on this hit that she got here. Watch this here. She hits the ball to right field. The ball gets by the right fielder, and she almost crawls up on the runner in front of her. Look at that right there. She's in the trail position there. Look at her go. That is Megan Bloodworth. That young lady can flat run. In the coolest moment of the day, I don't think this was the first time this happened. Hey, that's Michaela Wark, and that is her dad that just caught that softball right there. How about that? Michaela Wark hit home run number 6. Her dad caught it in the pavilion there in left field. High fives going all around. And by the way, home run number 6, but that's not just it. She has hits in 5 of her last 7 games. And her 2-for-3 day moved her average to 309. OPS 1013 for Michaela Wark. Let's watch this one more time. There is Dad. Yes, sir. Nice catch, young man. Hey, how about Audrey Schneidmiller, Cowgirl Crush Alert, hit her first home run of the season, and it was a bomb, as you just saw right there. Over the left field wall, Schneidmiller has hits in 3 of the 4 games she has played in since the Tulsa series, so she is definitely making the most of her opportunities. Audrey Schneidmiller. It was great to see Sophie Page back in the lineup last night, and in the hit column, Sophie Page had 3 hits in her 8 at-bats this year, and she knows how to stay ready when her name is called. She did that last night. Just love the fact that she lets the ball get deep, just spike that thing back up the middle, and get yourself on base. How about Kyra Aycock? I tell you what, if the Cowgirls are going to make any kind of noise as far as winning the Big 12 championship, and or maybe even possibly a national championship, they are going to need all of their pitching to be at top cylinder. Of course, you know, Lexi Kilfoyl completely dominant. Ivy Rosenberry, we saw last night, came in throwing gas for the last couple of innings. But Kyra Aycock, I really think is going to have to be a huge part of this pitching staff if the Cowgirls want to reach all of their goals. She gave a great start last night for the Cowgirls, 4 1/3 innings, gave up just 1 earned run. She had 7 strikeouts and moved her record on the year to 5-2. ERA 3.13, batting average against just 250, and she has a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. So Kyra Aycock, very, very, very valuable in the circle, needs to continue to be so. Ivy Rosenberry was straight fire last night, and she came in throwing gas, man. She brought the fastball with that softball. She gave the Cowgirls another 2 and 2/3 innings. A great outing for her. 7 strikeouts. That's awesome. Even more awesome than that, absolutely 0 walks. And when you come into the late part of games, you cannot give any free bases, and she didn't. So when you're able to strike out hitters like she was, while not walking people, it's going to result in not very many runs. And last night, it resulted in 0. Can't get any better than that. Rosenberry recorded, by the way, unbelievably, her first save of the season. Of course, we know in conference series, it's been her starting games, especially that 3rd game, and then Kilfoyl finishing that. But she does finish the 2nd game usually, so surprised it was her first save of the season and lowered her ERA down to 0.98. So the Cowgirls have 2 pitchers on their staff that have ERAs below 1. Check this out, though. Ivy Rosenberry, 51 strikeouts on the year, just 15 walks. And like I said, she can straight throw gas. Don't forget, going to talk to Bill Van Ness, the play-by-play radio voice of the Cowgirls, on Thursday, so make sure and tune into that. Until then, I want to thank you for tuning in and say, go Cowgirls!